pop culture safe. Wizard casting truth bombs, mob bringing the fire. When the heart takes head, you're in the culture crossfire. Wizard spells, monsters roar, breaking down the culture war. When the fandom flames rise higher, you're caught up in the crossfire. Crossfire climber, caught up in the fandom flame. Crossfire climber, nothing in pop culture safe. Wizard casting truth bombs, mob bringing the fire. When the heart takes hit, you're in the culture crossfire. You're caught up in the crossfire.
Oh, hello, good morning, one and all. Welcome to another episode of Culture Crossfire. I am Marvin the Movie Monster Montanero of the M4 Empire, and I am joined, as always, by the one and only real-life fake wizard.
Good morning. We're back.
We are back. We are back for another morning episode of Culture Crossfire. Always my favorite morning. Needs a Donkey Kong-sized mug of coffee. Especially on Daily Today, Wizard. You
My
forgot your
coffee is still in the pot. I will get it after stream.
It'll be all cold.
Yeah.
But the do you like microwave coffee if it gets cold, or are you just one of the people that's like, once it's cold, I'm throwing it out?
No, once it's I mean, usually I'll still drink it if it's still cold. Like I'm an iced coffee or a hot coffee guy. I don't care.
I have just started with the iced coffee craze. So our good friend and colleague WW Pro it keeps the Starbucks Corporation afloat.
Yes, he does.
He holds it.
I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah. Somebody one time in chat was like, "Oh, Pro drinks Starbucks." I was like, "Are you kidding me? Pro is the Starbucks guy."
He's Mr. Starbucks.
I have been opposed to iced coffee for years. I felt that it's an abomination. Coffee's supposed to be hot. So finally, I said to Pro while we were all together, I said, you know what? Write down a Starbucks order for me, and I'll get it, and I'll let you know if I like it or not. And so he did, and I got the I got the Pro, and man, actually, it was really good.
It's the Starbucks people. They usually have like a really good order built, like broken down. And but it's like $8 a day or multiple times a day. You know what it is? I've just started making cold brew at home.
Yeah, I don't do cold. Yeah, at home coffee is always hot. So I feel like in the morning I need like the hot coffee, but yeah, the Starbucks is going to be a once in a while thing. It's not going to be
Oh no, you would need a whole budget for it. You need a budget if you're becoming a Starbucks guy. You have to allocate funds to it. Yeah. And even then, like you just get the coffee at home.
Yeah. But Wizard, before we enough about coffee, we got to get to the chat because we got some super chats to get to. Of course, guys, we read your super chats out in between all of our stories, and we've got a couple on the M4 Empire. Juliet for £2 sterling. That's proper money right there. It says Afternoon Culture Crossfire in chat. Good afternoon to you, Juliet, and thank you for being out there and being one of our wonderful mods. We also got Mark Fields on my channel for the 199 saying positive vibes to you all. Positive vibes to you as well, Mark Fields. Also, Mark Fields over on the Wizard channel.
Go Gojira. Positive vibes to you and your chat. Mark Fields for 199. Thank you, Mark.
You're the best, Mark Fields. You really are. Just a Dutchie for €249 says, good day, y'all. I'm just a lurking Dutchie today. Well, Dutchie, whether you're active in the chat or lurking, we are just thrilled to have you here, my friend, because You are such a wonderful supporter of all of the channels in our atmosphere, and we really appreciate you. Over on the Wizard channel,
T Villain 15 becomes a YouTube member. Welcome to the membership.
there you go. How about that? That is a whole lot of generosity going on, guys. We don't leave any super chats behind. Get your super chats in. We will read them between stories. So where do you want to start this week? Do we want to start with Supergirl and the pooping alien? Do we want to start with Doctor Who? Do we want to, like, there's so much.
If we talk about, you know what? Let's do Supergirl as an appetizer. I'm going to say, like, I hope we don't talk about it for too long because it's, you see what I
it's about eating alien poop and you're calling it an appetizer. Okay.
It's an appetizer. But, like, I hope we don't talk about Supergirl for too long because this movie's done. We're done. It's cooked.
Yeah.
It's over.
Apparently people haven't seen it because we're getting in the chat pooping alien. Yeah.
I think we got to play the clip.
Yeah. No, we're going to play the clip. We're going to play all 3 of the recent clips that they've done and how it has done nothing for anyone. Also, you know, just kind of how, like, James Gunn did not write or direct it, because everyone's like, James Gunn didn't even write or direct this movie. Why do you guys keep calling it James Gunn's movie? Because James Gunn's fingerprints are all over this. If this was a crime scene, James Gunn would be a person. This movie would make James Gunn a person of interest. So, Wizard, without any further ado, let's get to the culture. A series of clips have been released for the upcoming Supergirl movie from DC and Warner Brothers, and, well, let's just say it's not exactly doing anything to win any hearts and minds. Let's go through them all today in the Crossfire. Wizard, these Supergirl clips are so bad. I'm like, who, like, not even like who wrote them, who filmed them, who's responsible for this? Who's responsible for being like, this is the thing that we're going to put out that's going to get people into theaters. This is going to turn our fortunes around. Because remember, Supergirl is tracking for a fairly terrible box office opening.
You know what? Fire everyone. Fire James Gunn. Wipe this whole thing out. Like, that's what I think needs to happen here. And it's never going to happen. It's like, it's the same thing with, like, the Star Wars. Like, that's where we're at. We're at Leslie Headland, Dave Filoni, Kathleen Kennedy levels of, please fire these people because they don't know what they're doing. We're telling you this is going to tank. It is going to tank. And then afterwards, they're going to look around. I can't believe it tanked. We had the clip with the pooping alien. Kids should have loved that.
Yeah.
Little girls would have loved that.
Let me tell you something, man. I am well known among the denizens of the Snyderverse as a public enemy number one. I hate Zack Snyder's DC movies. I hate the Snyderverse. It's better than this. I hate this more. I am officially at the point where I hate this more than the thing that I have historically hated for years.
I liked Man of Steel because of what it promised it was going to do to Superman. And
I like Man of Steel. I have problems with Man of Steel, but I like Man of Steel.
100%, I agree. Man of Steel made a promise about what, like, this Superman was going to be, and then we never really got that, and it never really played out that way. It just spin off. It was a mess. It was messy. It was a disaster in a lot of places. But this has been a disaster from the get-go. This is the James Gunn era has been a messy disaster since inception. From ideation, this has been a mess.
Look,
and
I mean,
now we're at a place.
Go ahead.
No, and now we're at a place where we're getting advertising to go see a movie that is very well known is going to bomb at the box office, and the advertising is showing pooping aliens.
And her eating the poop. That's the thing. She's buying this poop as food. So we're going to get into it. But I mean, look, there are people that like that Superman movie. More power to you. Salud. It did nothing for me. I honestly thought it was an overcorrection. It was like if Snyder gave us the sneering, edgelord murder Superman, right? Like Superman the murderer. And this gave us like the goofy getting his ass handed to him constantly Superman. And I'm like, why can't we find something in the middle of these two extremes?
But we can't. It can't be done. Apparently, it can't be done. We have, I think we're reaching a point, Marv, and especially because maybe it's a little too close for us because we're in the thick of it all the time. We're covering it every day. But we're at a point now where we're just looping. Hollywood is looping. It's the same directors doing the same mistakes. It's the same actors making the same mistakes, saying the same dumb shit. It's the same thing over and over. So we're either getting a Snyder DC or we're getting a Supergirl DC or we're getting a James Gunn DC.
Yep. It's always the overcorrection, right? It's always we have to go in the exact stark raving polar opposite direction in which it's like, no, you know what? Like Snyder only overshot by a little bit. Like, but I mean, the things he overshot on were like Batman and Superman killing people, but but it's like you just overshot it. You have to just pull it back, inject a little bit more personality and heart into it, a little bit of humor, as opposed to the Superman movie where he's constantly getting dog walked through this movie. Like everyone from the engineer to Ultraman to just anyone that crosses his path dog walks him in that movie. And then you have like every single thing is a joke. Everything is undercut with humor. And it's like the worst of the worst Marvel movies. It's like Thor Love and Thunder level. It's the same problems I have with Masters of the Universe, honestly. But it says here Warner Brothers released 3 new clips from Supergirl this week in an apparent effort to build momentum for the upcoming DCU film. Instead, the footage has generated a fresh wave of criticism online, with many viewers arguing that the clips reinforce concerns that have surrounded the project for months. Rather than creating excitement, the new footage appears to have reignited debates about the direction of James Gunn's DC universe, the film's comedic tone, and whether Supergirl can overcome its already soft audience interest. Okay, so right away, here's the first clip, Wizard. Ready?
Unfortunately, yes.
Hi there.
Ikalata.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't.
Right away. Awkward doofus Superman. He doesn't speak Kryptonian. He always speaks Kryptonian in the comics. Like, if you watch Batman, Superman, Public Enemies, when Kara first shows up and she's only speaking Kryptonian, like, he can speak to her.
Yeah. And he has to calm her down. See, that movie was fantastic. That was a fantastic movie.
Also, what the hell is she wearing?
Oh, aluminum foil. It's the aluminum foil suit. She pop it out of the egg.
She looks like she's wearing an 80s Epcot spacesuit. Like she put a little rainbow on it, like Mickey Mouse and Minnie.
That's kind of what I was thinking when I first saw it.
Ikalata.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't. I don't speak Kryptonian. I didn't ever shoot. I wasn't raised there, so I wasn't raised.
I do like him saying shoot. That is a very Superman thing.
There. Why am I talking louder? Let me help you.
Escrito Sfura, Nini. Sfura.
It's a feisty little guy. It's cute. Is it okay if I?
Get ready for the thing I hate the most.
Might be slippery, so. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, we don't actually live here. There's a lot more to Earth than just this place. Big city, lots of stuff to do, and you'll also learn to love this place, just like I have. Promise.
Es Mickey Cream, yeah.
Oh.
And there it is.
What could you zoom in? Because I know I can't see it, so the audience.
She said, "Why is he in his underwear?"
Oh, so we're constantly just condescending on the Superman.
Yep, it is more of this, like, we have to break down the male hero. We have to constantly be dragging him. The female characters have to constantly be dunking on him. And once again, we are embarrassed by the property that we are adapting, so we have to make fun of it and tell you why you are terrible for liking this property.
Well, I'm sure it's going to make him $1 billion.
Oh, yeah. 100%. So, yes, she's clowning on Superman after the first trailer had Crypto peeing on his picture. So we can already see how Superman is going to be treated in this movie. Just absolutely terribly. So then we have this one where we have Lobo introduced. And this one, not bad.
He's an immortal with a god complex. Killed off his entire planet. Not a fun guy. Hey.
3 more, whatever you call that shit. I'm looking for a brigand. Goes by the name of Drum Baxton.
He's looking for brigands. No.
Why is he talking like that?
I that's not what I thought Lobo would sound like at all. Oh my gosh.
Looking for a brigand. Goes by the name of Drum Baxton. Like, just be Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa is Lobo.
Just talk like yourself. Why are you doing a voice?
I hadn't seen this one, Marv. This is he's doing a voice?
He's doing a voice.
Why is he doing a voice?
Right,
he is the voice.
Red mohawk. Dead left eye.
He's so rude.
Tassili. No. I know he was here. You're saying he wasn't.
I'm gonna go. Sit down.
I know he was here.
Oh
You're
my!
saying
I
he
hate
wasn't.
this movie.
It's like even the thing that was supposed to be the home run.
You know, I just want to watch the Lobo movie. Every time it cuts away to these other 2 girls, I want to turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to feel like that the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Are you calling me a liar? No. Well, I am.
Okay, that was very much like Lobo, but yeah.
That's Lobo.
So that's the one that wasn't really clowned on as much, but I mean, what is that voice that he's doing?
Not good. Not good. Maybe it's just a little early on. Maybe he's hamming it up for some reason or another. We're going to have to wait and see.
All right, and now, here we go. This is the scene. The alien poop scene. All right, so the third clip is where the controversy truly exploded. The scene appears to show Kara visiting a cosmic marketplace where she purchases what is described as the waste product of an alien bug. In other words, she's buying alien poop seemingly as food to eat.
I'm glad
Here we
you
go.
cleared that up.
Yep. Isn't it just so funny, James Gunn? Like James Gunn's the bug is pooping. It's pooping, and they're gonna eat it. Like he's Vince McMahon.
That. I can't believe this is a thing. They wouldn't have been able to do this in Guardians.
I mean, they've really thought this through. Look, because you've got like the apparatus to hold it aloft, and then you got the food source right here so that it could eat and then continue
poop
pooping.
machine.
Yeah, no, it's like this is a well thought out thing here. Like we've really put some elbow grease into this one.
Could you just imagine being on the prop department? You're on the set department, and you have to build and or create this.
Oh, please tell me this is a practical effect.
It looks practical.
It does.
It looks like a practical bug.
And the fart sound, like there are literal fart sounds coming out of it.
Could you imagine being on the Foley team, having to design the alien poop bug for the Supergirl movie?
Mm-hmm. I would think if you're working for James Gunn at this point, it's not the first time you've had to develop something around poop.
There's one of the guys that did the sound effects on Lord of the Rings does like every few days he posts an Instagram reel that's really long and explains how they develop certain sound effects. Yeah, like last night I watched a 3-minute video of how they developed the sounds of the Balrog, right? And that's like legendary stuff. Yeah. Fast forward, just imagine working on the alien poop device.
Here we are.
For the Supergirl movie. And they're gonna eat the poop.
Yep.
You're eating poop. That goes to see this movie. They are making fun of you because that's what this movie is.
And this is James Gunn. This is James Gunn shitting out content. That's what this is. This is James Gunn shitting out content, and we are Supergirl spooning it into our bowl and consuming it. This is 100% the complete symbolization of modern Hollywood and James Gunn. 100% dead on.
Yes.
Notice the one thing about all these clips? Do you notice what she's not wearing in any of them?
The Supergirl outfit.
The Supergirl outfit!
She's not going to wear it until the end of the movie.
Nope. Not until the very end.
She's only in it for like 20 minutes.
Which, again, this creates a Last Jedi problem for me. Because why is Luke wearing his Jedi robes at the end of The Force Awakens if he then immediately changes out of them and then doesn't wear them while he's on the planet? Like, why was she wearing it at the end of Superman?
Fair enough.
If she just doesn't wear it.
Enough.
Pretty sure that's like an actual Slurpee that they're selling in stores right now.
I think there is a Slurpee drink out there somewhere.
Merchandising.
Yeah, where the real movie money is made.
If Star-Lord were to walk in here right now, it would feel completely fine.
Can I just say, like, the other girl that's here that's part of this cast, I don't give a crap about this character.
This girl, yeah, her plucky young sidekick, who I'm sure is going to be snarky.
But they have her in all of the marketing. They have her in the toys. They have her in the merchandise. The KFC, not McDonald's toys, the KFC toys. I don't even remember the character's name, but she is on everything. And you know what? She's never going to be in another movie. She's going to be in this. We're not getting a Supergirl 2. That's never going to happen.
Hey, can I just point, we're also, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you never know. Actually, they might try to push it through. I mean, we know she's in Man of Tomorrow. That is essentially Superman 2 and Supergirl 2.
But we don't know about her.
No, they said her.
Sidekick.
Oh, the sidekick.
The fucking sidekick is back?
No. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Millie Alcock. No.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the sidekick.
Yeah.
This sidekick's never going to be in anything else.
By the way, could you, like, so they're doing the Slurpee, right? Like, Slurpee, look how blue and refreshing it looks. Now imagine going to I'm sure the movie theaters are thrilled, given how that's how they make the bulk of their money.
We have no
imagine sitting there with a tub of popcorn watching this thing.
But it looks disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you wanted to do the gag that, like, hey, this alien poops food, like, okay, make the food look appetizing, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. That looks like slop. You're eating poop. What are we doing? You're making meta jokes about eating poop.
I think you're right, Wizard. I think that this is them pointing at us and be like, this is you.
Yes. But it is.
Is Poop Bug going to be the bucket at my AMC? Yeah, please let this be the popcorn bucket.
Oh, no, it's crypto, because everything has to be
everything
crypto.
is crypto. Everything must be James Gunn's dog. Yes, everything must be James Gunn's dog. So now, on top of this, they're also reassuring you, Wizard, that you don't have to have seen Superman to go see Supergirl. Don't worry.
For that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your permission.
We cleared that up.
They said, Peter Safran says, we like the idea that our films are consistent, but not necessarily connected. This seems pretty freaking connected. Millie was introduced as Supergirl and Superman, same character, same person, but we could take her on an adventure that has no real connection to the story that we told in Superman. AKA, and then they tried to say that Superman was commercially profitable.
Yeah,
Peter Safran did try to say that, and I'm like, no, because Ted Sarandos, under oath before the federal government, let us know that movie lost money.
Yep.
When he was given access to DC's books because they were trying to buy Warner Brothers, he said under oath that movie lost money. Guess what? Peter Safran is not under oath, so him and James Gunn can lie all they want.
Yeah, but their lies impact shareholders, which is also like kind of illegal. But it's like it's illegal, but it's not illegal, but it's right, but it's wrong. It's like a gray area of, well, it turns out it's all bullshit anyway.
You could join Supergirl without having ever seen anything else you've done in the DCU, aka nobody has seen anything that we've done. Creature Commandos, major flop. Superman lost money, made about $600 million at the box office, not the kickoff they wanted. Peacemaker season 2, epic flop. And by the way, you're not going to pull kids into this because they're already pushing the fact that this is going to have the first ever PG-13 F-bomb in the history of DC. So thank you for that, James Gunn.
I just appreciate that they told us that, because could you imagine being a parent with kids?
Yeah,
you take your kids to see this and you didn't know that was going to be in there. And granted, there will be parents that are like, "Whoa, what did they just say?" Because they don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand why so everyone's like, well, James Gunn didn't write or direct this, so stop calling it James Gunn Supergirl. Look at these clips and tell me this is not James Gunn.
Well, I think it even goes further than that when we know for a fact
the directors and writers over at DC have to make James Gunn movies.
Right.
Like if you thought Kevin Feige had a strong hand on the wheel when it comes to, and isn't it hysterical? Isn't it wonderful?
I don't want to see it.
It looks like it's going to be absolutely disgusting.
I hope it ruins careers, Marv. Like I'm done. Like, I've been like this with Star Wars, but like I'm done with the it's like we could course correct you guys. Like James Gunn can figure it out. It's gonna be okay. No. It's just gonna take a few more years. No, I want heads to roll. I want people to lose their jobs. I want the people that were involved with this to never get jobs again.
Yep.
Go back to working at McDonald's. Put the fries in the bag.
Yeah, James Gunn he has just completely tanked this universe from the get-go, because again, it has never been about making a DC universe. It has been about making James Gunn's DC universe. We see this in the way that he makes the films, that they're all basically have his handprints on them. We saw it with Superman, how everything from the Kent farm had to look a certain way because that's the farms James Gunn saw growing up in Minnesota or wherever he grew up. The relationship with Jonathan Kent had to mirror James Gunn's relationship with his father. Crypto had to be James Gunn's dog. Everything has to be James Gunn. And then he himself puts himself in every single press interview, in every single, he has to introduce the trailers himself. It's always James Gunn. Always. And I'm so tired of it, dude. Like, he was doing interviews for the Lego Batman game. Why?
Because James Gunn has built himself into being Mr. DC.
Mm-hmm.
He's Mr. DC. And he wants that. That's a very specific thing that he wants. When you think of DC, he wants you to think of him.
But you know what? You could bask in that all you want once you have one property that actually is a hit. Until then, shut the fuck up. There you go.
PG-13 rating today.
We're not trying to market to kids. All right, let's get back to the chat. We got a couple over on your channel.
Chef Eddie for a 5 says, I think we have reached the Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein phase of the superhero genre. That's a deep cut, but for those who don't know, that makes a lot of sense. That's a very specific reference, and I would have to very much agree.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Commenting is dangerous. 1111 says, Marv, it was awesome seeing you get some wins last night. You kicked some ass. I just wanted to point that out because he's talking about how good I did last night in the game stream. We played Party Animals last night on G&G, and I actually did win.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Another one on yours.
Mags London for a 5 says, thanks for the clip, lads. I'm fasting and was feeling really hungry, but after poop food, I'm not anymore.
There you go. We were providing a service.
We gotcha. There you go. That's we're here to I don't want to cover it anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
By the way, I guess people are saying I'm turning on Valiant because Valiant likes Superman or something like that. I don't care if you liked Superman. I don't care.
Wait, turning on Valiant? What did you say that was turning on Valiant?
I have no idea. Or they say I'm turning into Valiant because I F-bombed. I don't know. But I
Oh,
know like
maybe.
Valiant likes Superman, Force Light likes Superman, Tom Connors loved Superman. It's just not for me, man. It's not. Like I am a Superman fan, so I didn't like it.
As time goes on, I like Superman in the same way that I like Masters of the Universe. There are things that I loved about it. There's a lot of things that I hate about it.
Yeah, there are
That's the
great
problem.
moments. There are great moments. As a Superman fan, there are moments that I actually did like in it. Just not as many as I didn't. You know, there's some dimensional imp attacking the city, and he's just sitting there at the window having a heartfelt conversation with Lois Lane while he lets the Justice Gang do it, and I'm just like, no,
That's not
you're
Superman.
If there is even a 0.001% chance that one person could be killed
Superman's in it.
because you're going to be out there handling this.
Yes.
It's some super shit. Like, that was with them when the monkeys were sitting there like typing on the keyboard, and he goes, hashtag super shit. I was just I almost knocked myself unconscious. I face palmed so hard.
What I've noticed is what it's there is a bit of a meta to all of this though with Superman, and it's something that I'm curious of how they're going to destroy this in Man of Tomorrow with this Superman. You know, he has kind of an attitude of a go-getter Boy Scout attitude,
Yeah,
and then but the world refuses to let him be what he needs to be, refuses to like to treat him the way that he deserves, right? Even in the Supergirl trailer with her making fun of him, making fun of what he wears. It's like, but like, if he can constantly be under all that pressure and the James Gunnification can't put him down, then I think that's something to be said about the performance from David Corenswet. Because constantly being ridiculed and put down, but then shown to be able to overpower that, like, okay, that's extremely meta of how the studio is with this property.
Correct. Joyce Holly RN pointing out, problem is that Marvin Fake Wizards still have to go to the theater and watch this slop for 2 hours straight. This is true.
Yeah,
we do have to watch. Honestly, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't see this movie. And that for a DC movie, that is really saying something. The last time that happened was Blue Beetle.
And then tonight I have to go see Disclosure Day, and I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it at some point during the week. I'm not gonna see it today.
I've heard that it is one of the movies of the year, but it's 2.5 hours, and I hate movies that are that long now.
Like, my thing is like, is it gonna be pretentious and up its own ass? Like,
yes.
That's what I hate when directors just start like, believing their own hype, and then they just create pretentious movies. Chris Nolan.
This is to be fair. It was described that this is the think tank that brought you Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. No wonder.
Oh boy.
So that's what we're walking into.
Darth Leon over on my channel for 2 says James Gunn's James Got a Gun Part 6, the prequel. Indeed, it is. Yeah. Oh God, I hate this new DC universe. I hate it so much. But yeah, I guess we need to talk a bit about what's going on over across the pond with Doctor Who, don't we?
Unfortunately, yes, but hopefully for the last time in a long time.
Yeah, I don't foresee us talking about Doctor Who again for a very long time. And, well, guys, you're about to find out why when we get back to the culture. Russell T. Davies is gone from Doctor Who. The upcoming Christmas special that was set to feature Billie Piper in her newly regenerated role has been canceled by the BBC. The future of Doctor Who looks grim indeed. Folks, it seems as though Russell T. Davies and Bad Wolf and the BBC have managed to do what the Daleks, the Master, and the Cybermen have failed to do for over 60 years. Kill the Doctor. We're going to talk about it today in the Crossfire. It's from geeksandgamers.com, and there you see Shooty Gatwa crying. We're trying to find pictures of the Doctor crying during Shooty Gatwa's reign. It was not difficult to find. There are many, many times where he just openly weeps. But it says the BBC has officially pulled the plug on the planned 2026 Doctor Who Christmas special while simultaneously confirming that Russell T Davies and production company Bad Wolf are departing the long-running sci-fi franchise. Departing, Wizard.
Yep.
AKA, you're fired.
Yes.
Well, Vince McMahon
Finally.
for you. Yeah. For many longtime fans, the announcement feels less like a surprise and more like the inevitable conclusion of one of the most turbulent eras in the history of Doctor Who. We have had, Russell T Davies drove this show into the ground. He revived it in 2005, but the Russell T Davies that came back in the 2020s was not the Russell T Davies of 2005. So, in a statement announcing the change, the BBC confirmed that the Christmas special it promised fans last year is no longer happening. Quote, as part of securing the next phase of the show for future generations and in line with the BBC's charter and agreement requirements, the BBC will put Doctor Who out to competitive tender this year. And they, oh gosh, remember this one? Oh, hello! No. Goodbye.
One of the dumbest things they could have done.
They had no plan for it either. No plan.
I can't wrap my head around why they would do this, and then why. Like, it had to go through people. This had to go through people. You had to go through the executives. Payroll had to pay Billy Piper. Somebody had to call Billy Piper and say, "Hey," call Billy Piper's agent.
Yep,
they had to negotiate. They had to negotiate. There was a lot of moving pieces to make this happen. And it makes no sense.
There is reportedly no plan for this. This was just Russell T Davies was desperate, and he needed something. Right? He needed to do something to try and get people excited for Doctor Who again. And so he just tried to do a shock regeneration, and now it's done.
I think it's done. It's poetic. It's George Lucas. It's poetry. It rhymes. The fact that it was Billy Piper and Russell T Davies that reignited Doctor Who, and then it died with them too.
And David, they brought David Tennant back and ruined him by making him gay and
I very much agree with Gary at Nerdrotic that after David Tennant came back and Catherine Tate came back, I can't look at it the same way anymore. I can't look at those seasons the same way anymore.
Nope, it's tainted.
Because essentially, it's tainted. Yes, it is. It's the impact of all of that and the writing behind all that, which was great. And it was mostly Russell T Davies that was behind that. It was so good, and now it is garbage. And now the Matt Smith era is now the standard for me. Mm-hmm. Sure, there's people like, oh gosh, what's his name? Number 4. They like Doctor Who number 4. I can't remember his name off the top.
Tom Baker.
Tom Baker. God, I keep having that problem where I could visualize it, but I can't remember the name. This game, hey guys, being a YouTuber is like the ultimate trivia pursuit all the time, always.
Yeah. You have so much useless information in your head that it just kind of like.
I know some people love like Tom Baker, and that's great. That's great. For me, it's Matt Smith because I didn't watch the Tom Baker era. But I've seen all of when this was announced, the first thing that popped in my head was, Marv, have you seen the clip with Christopher Eccleston talking about the conditions in which he would return to Doctor Who?
Oh, it would be wasn't it like if Russell T Davies is no longer part of it?
Sack Russell T Davies, sack the production team. You have to sack everyone involved from when I was there, and I'll come back. And now I'm like, hey, we can get Christopher Eccleston back now.
Hey, yeah, we could. But here's the thing, you can't go back to an old Doctor again. It was dumb to bring David Tennant back even. So, I don't, but I wanted to actually show you this compilation of clips of how Doctor Who died. And for those of you that just were not aware of how bad it got, let me show you just 2 or 3 clips.
Yes, the me.
Oh.
I promise I can help him get home and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True. Yes, sorry, good point. Are you he or she or they?
Could you wait? Can you
What?
pause it right there? Okay. The story. So I watched that episode. The actual story with the Meep is a great Doctor Who story.
Yeah,
but it's invaded with modern day nonsense. But it's this. It's everything with Donna Noble and the daughter.
The daughter.
The daughter all of that ruins it. If it was just Doctor Who and the Meep, it would have been a great episode.
You're assuming he as a pronoun. See, and I'm looking at the chat, and people are doing the WTF because they never saw it. I knew people never saw this.
Oh, roll it back to let it play normally. Then
you need to watch. You need to watch this again.
To set up the context here, here's a little alien that crashed, and it's like, oh, I'm a little alien, and I'm so cute, and I'm this cute little alien. And this is the Doctor interacting with this cute little alien thing, this cute little lemur monkey alien. And here's what that reaction was. Here's what the first interaction was.
Yes, the Meep. I promise I can help him get home, and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True. Yes, sorry, good point. Are you he or she or they?
Or they. All right. Remember the Dr. Donna? The awesomeness that ended with that? And how it was one of the greatest stories ever in all of Doctor Who history? Let's take a look at how they handle the return of Donna Noble.
We are binary.
She's not, because the Doctor's
Male
and female.
And neither. And more.
Yes. This lad solves the problem and saves the day by the power of transgenderism. If you didn't catch what they said, it's the Doctor said to Donna, we're binary. She's not, because the Doctor is male and female. And then it cuts to this person going, and more. Or and neither. I'm more.
Yeah, neither and more.
That's literally how they saved the day. Remember when Donna Noble had the breakdown where she was going binary, 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 binary. And like it was one of like the most heartbreaking moments ever because her brain is literally short-circuiting and she has to forget the Doctor.
Yes.
When she gets her memories back, she starts going binary, 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 binary. And it cuts to him and he goes, non-binary. It was
anyway,
the dumbest thing. Yeah. Now let's take a look at them clowning on the Doctor with one of the cringiest lines of all time.
Neither. And more.
The crisis might have slowed down, but that thing is wrapped around your core.
Oh, this scene is brutal.
We know everything. Thanks.
And you know nothing? It's a shame you're not a woman anymore.
She'd have understood. We've got all that power, but there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Oh yeah,
let me break that one down. Oh yeah, they got sit and spin over here. The girl in the wheelchair. So they said, we know everything and you know nothing. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore because she'd have gotten it sooner. And then the daughter says, this is something that a male presenting Time Lord can never understand because it's about giving up power.
But just look at this image right here. This is the snark smirk. I'm better than you.
Yep.
We're better than you. We have it all figured out. We're all better than you.
Something a male presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Marv, I can't believe Doctor Who was canceled.
Yeah, right? Like, it's amazing that somehow, some way, Wizard, this led to the worst ratings in the show's 60-year history.
You know, I gotta admit, it's been a long time since we've watched these clips, but you're bringing back a lot of emotions out of me that I wasn't prepared for today.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh no.
And
I hate all of this.
Yep. And all of it culminated in this. Oh, hello.
Which, okay, to be clear, I still very much like Catherine Tate. I like Billy Piper. David Tennant keeps shooting his mouth off, and I can't see him quite the same way anymore. But like, this is a writing problem,
right? And then this person right here, this dude in this crossdresser, they do a pronoun thing with him as well.
Well, that episode was I did not watch that episode.
Yeah, neither did I, but I've seen the clip. I've seen the clip where the guy's like, "Get away from him," and he goes, "They, I am they." So the broadcaster continued, after careful consideration, the BBC, Russell T Davies, and Bad Wolf have collectively decided to not go ahead with the previously announced Doctor Who Christmas episode. This decision was not taken lightly. And we know it will be disappointing for fans, but in order to set the show up for a future series, it was decided that rather than bridge the gap with a one-off special, we are choosing to push forward to invest in the long-term future of the show. So Russell T Davies then said, "And so goodbye from me to Doctor Who, but hello to a big new future for the show as the BBC announces it's putting the show out to tender." By the way, what does it mean to put something out to tender? Because that is a very industry-specific term. I do have the definition over here. Where is it? Oh, it's after the
Maybe
quote.
it's underneath.
Yeah. In practical terms, putting Doctor Who out to competitive tender means the BBC is inviting companies to pitch their own vision for the franchise. Rather, because AKA, we got nothing. We got nothing. Rather than automatically continuing with the current production arrangement, interested producers will have the opportunity to submit proposals outlining how they would make and manage the series going forward. The process effectively opens the door for a significant creative and operational overhaul of Doctor Who as the BBC looks for a new path forward. How do you move forward from this?
You'll have to find ways to undo all of it back to the Capaldi era, and I don't know how you do that.
You got to erase the Timeless Child. He doubled down. Everyone thought Russell was going to get rid of the Timeless Child. He doubled down on it.
Well, because
he even wrote the back door into there and how you can get rid of the Timeless Child by saying it was the Celestial Toy Maker.
Yeah,
that changed everything.
Yes, and
you can't do that.
You know what though? I just want to say, look, hey, everyone out there, if you're a studio or production company that's coming in to try and bid on this, don't. Go do something else. Go pick up other original scripts, original ideas. Doctor Who is dead. Leave it dead. They killed it. It's too poetic to try to bring it back. The guy who revived it in 2005, his own hubris is what destroyed it when it came down to trying to revive it a second time.
Well, we also have on that part place today, just came out before the show, Doctor Who could be off air until 2031, as producers reportedly have little interest in taking over the series. This is from Deadline, who suggests that one day after news broke that the BBC had canceled this year's planned Christmas special, confirmed that Russell T Davies was hitting the bricks. Fans initially viewed the announcement as a routine behind-the-scenes shakeup, but Deadline paints a far more troubling picture. Deadline is reporting that the BBC has concluded Doctor Who requires significant creative overhaul. According to the report, though, multiple insiders described the departure of Davies and Bad Wolf as a mutual decision after all parties recognized the series needed what Deadline described as a level of surgery that could not be solved by simply producing another Christmas special. The BBC is now launching a competitive tender process, but the most shocking revelation from Deadline's report is that many respected television producers reportedly have little interest in taking over Doctor Who. Deadline contacted multiple UK drama producers to gauge enthusiasm for the project, and the responses were far from encouraging. One producer bluntly stated, "You would have to be mad to take on that show." Another described the situation as a bit of a nightmare for any producer in this market, with the shadow of the Disney fallout. Of course, that guys, Disney had was releasing Doctor Who on Disney Plus. They had a deal to broadcast it through streaming, and Disney backed out of it after the second season because the ratings were so bad, and it was having to give the BBC so much money. According to Deadline, concerns range from funding challenges following Disney's departure to questions about whether the franchise still resonates with younger audiences. One producer told the outlet that replacing Disney would be extremely difficult and warned that budgets could be significantly reduced moving forward. So there you have it. This guy right here did it. Russell T Davies, all his fault. And nobody wants it. Now, we had heard also... Oh, by the way, there's another thing that Russell T Davies said that I feel the need to point out because he is such a liar. Davies said in his thing here, as a result, there won't be Christmas special. We only cooked that up to a guarantee future when no one knew it would happen. Now we do know there's no need for it. You'll have to wait a bit longer for new Doctor Who, but you'll be waiting for more Doctor Who than a one-off, so it's worth it. For the record, there was no script. I never wrote it, and no actor was ever approached to play the next Doctor. You may disagree. Fine. Sit in that chair and wait to be proved right. You'll wait a long time. Now I'm as excited as anyone to see what comes next. Okay, so never wrote it. No actor was ever approached. We had heard rumors, by the way, and then what he's responding to is that they approached several actors to try to play the next Doctor, and nobody wanted it. This is a role that should be career defining, and people are backing away from it. Hands up, because Jodie Whittaker and Ncuti Gatwa are both getting no work right now, from what I can tell. I haven't seen. Maybe they're doing stuff in the UK, but I have not seen either of them in anything big since they left Doctor Who. Have you?
Well, I mean, none of them. Jodie Whittaker, absolutely not. No way. And also all of the add-ons. See, I think that's something worth pointing out too. Like Billie Piper did. After she did Doctor Who, she got another pretty big show in the UK. It wasn't as big here in the States, but it was big in the UK. So she's known in the UK. She's well known for being a TV actress. Not so much here in the States.
Like, yeah, but Jenna Coleman, who was one of the most insufferable companions of all time with Clara. She did get a whole bunch of work. She was in Sandman, stuff like that. But then, yeah.
Every so often you see, what's her name? Who's the second companion from David Tennant's run?
Played Bill Potts. I don't remember her name.
No. David Tennant's run. Not,
David Tennant.
Yeah.
Martha Jones.
Martha Jones. She's in stuff all the time. She's playing side characters and additional characters. She's in stuff all the time.
There was so rarely a bad companion in the early days. I mean, Rose was great. Martha Jones was great.
Is the best one.
Yeah, Donna Noble was my favorite until they brought her back. Amy and Rory were wonderful, and Clara was good with Matt Smith. Once you get into Peter Capaldi, he's a great people hate on the Peter Capaldi era a lot, but he is a great Doctor who had the worst companions in maybe the entire history of the series, because they turned Clara into a girl boss. The show became Clara Who, and then he had Bill Potts, who was just also insufferable. It was just like, oh, I'm a lesbian.
Well, look, I think we are at the most poetic ending of you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And Russell T Davies has become the villain. I don't care what it comes back with. I was done. I vanished from this show after the first episode of the 13th Doctor. When they brought in Jodie Whittaker, that was it for me.
You know, I wasn't one of those people.
I watched it.
I wasn't one of those.
Episode.
I wasn't one of those people who initially, like pushed off the idea of a female Doctor. I was like, okay, well, you know, like Missy as the Master was awesome. So like maybe this could actually be good. Like maybe we'll have like a real like badass lady or whatever. I kept waiting for her to have that I am the Doctor moment. Like Matt Smith had his I am the Doctor moment by the end of his first episode. But you know, they all have that moment where they like stand up there and they do that big speech and they show how capable they are, and you know, they all have that moment. Matt Smith had several of them. Hello Stonehenge, things like that. Peter Capaldi had the speech about war. Peter Capaldi had the
awesome.
I love that Christmas special where he's with the first Doctor and he does one of his Doctor speeches like, I will find out who you are and what you are doing, and the first Doctor is like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, I absolutely loved that. I loved when they do the first Doctor seeing all the things that he's going to end up doing as the Doctor of he is the Doctor of War, and I loved that. I thought that was the last episode of Doctor Who. The second he says, "Doctor, I let you go," the show ends, because Jodie Whittaker, I wanted to like it. I watched maybe the first 3 or 4 episodes. Once they got to her being responsible for Rosa Parks, I was just like, oh, they're doing that thing where the wokies actually do something more offensive than the thing that they're trying to stand against. Like, because they had basically Rosa Parks was only able to do what she did because some white lady made it possible. It was terrible, man. It was just terrible.
I loved this show, and I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are like, hey, I loved this show too, and this is one of those moments where it's like, it is better for us to have we need to go. It's the grief phase, right? I'm already way past it. It's over for me. Like, Let it go. It's gone. Learn from it. Appreciate the best elements of what we've had in the past, but it is time for new franchises and new ideas from new people.
Yep.
Doctor Who. Look, what's really funny is just a couple days ago, because I'm back home for this week. So going through like closet stuff, I'm like, oh, I found my old Doctor Who stuff. And I was like, oh, I found all my old Doctor Who stuff. I still have in the box, I've got the John Sims, the Masters screwdriver, the laser screwdriver, and I'm just like, I feel nothing for any of this now. I won't throw it away, but I'm like, I feel nothing for any of this.
Right. And so he said he never made the script. Murray Gold, the composer for Doctor Who, told Radio Times earlier this year that Davies had written multiple versions of a Christmas special script. Who do you believe, Wizard?
Well, I believe Murray Gold.
I believe Murray Gold.
We've been in. The problem is Russell T Davies has been caught lying too many times. Similar to James Gunn. See, James Gunn, when he came out and said The Flash is his favorite movie of all time, it's the best DC superhero movie of all time, we were like, oh, you're a liar. And with Russell T Davies, there's been plenty of moments through his second tenure here where he has lied to the audience.
Yep.
And I don't buy a word he says anymore because he's a liar.
Yep, I agree. I'm boosting your volume a bit because everyone's saying your mic.
No, I
too
just
low.
I could just talk closer. If I talk closer, it should be louder.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is it louder now?
All right. It sounded louder to me. I don't know. I didn't think you sounded like you were low. But yeah, so here we go. There was no script. I never wrote it. Murray Gold tells the Radio Times earlier this year he's written multiple versions of a Christmas special script. So clearly he's lying. Clearly Russell T Davies is lying. At least that's what it appears to be to me. Because why would Murray Gold lie? Wouldn't Murray Gold have had to see multiple versions of the script to start drafting the music? For a special that was supposed to air on Christmas?
Murray Gold has been with the franchise since Russell T Davies was doing David Tennant Doctor Who. Like, he's been around for a long time doing this Doctor Who stuff. I'm going to take his word for it.
Murray Gold wrote my favorite Doctor Who music, which is remember anytime Matt Smith would really start to get going, like when he'd start to chase that train of thought, and all of a sudden that song called "I Am the Doctor" would hit, where it would be like, dun, 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 dun. Like that was my favorite Doctor Who song, because that always meant that Matt Smith was about to solve the problem and do it in a way that makes you be like, oh, this guy is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the Matt Smith era was a lot of fun, and that's something the show lost. It lost the ability to just be fun.
Yeah, that was well, because I mean, even in the Deadline article, they talk about the idea. They talk about Russell T Davies and how he approached diversity and inclusion in the show, and they said that he like hammered it in with a sledgehammer, and he did. We watched the clips. We saw it all. That's what happened, man. It was absolutely terrible. Binary, non-binary. You're assuming he as a pronoun. And Russell T Davies made no bones about the fact that he thought that it was his mission to do this.
Yeah.
So
we called it out. We tried to warn you. There was years, not even plenty of times, many years where this could have been course corrected, and they didn't course correct. So be it. Rest in peace, Rest in piss, Doctor Who. Bye-bye. Hopefully forever. Hopefully forever.
That was the best way to end it. I liked it. That was the best way to end that segment. Okay, guys, we got to get back to the chat because we have had stuff coming in. Wizard, over on your channel,
commenting is dangerous. 11111 for a 10 says, "Dear Fake Wizard, while I'm a huge fan of Az, Gary couldn't have picked a better replacement for him than you.
Oh, that's nice.
You fit in great on FNT and are a fresh voice, keeping it from being an echo chamber." Well, Thank you for that. That is extremely kind of you. I'm a huge fan of Az too. I like all those guys. I've been a viewer for years, and I've only just gotten into this stuff like very recently. I think we're going on the 2-year mark of my channel in a couple of days, and it's like, yeah, but for most of that, I was just messing around making videos. It's really been the last 6 months where I've taken this stuff seriously, and just getting to meet everybody who I've been a viewer of has been truly incredible. And I'm still like, oh, I'm on that show. That's awesome. Cool. But I thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Look, I actually agree with this. I'm a huge fan of Az also, but I think you are, and not just because you're my friend, like, I think you are a phenomenal addition to that show, and you really bring something new to it. So I think Gary made a very good choice.
I'm trying. Jason Nelson for a 2 says Johns gave the Furious awesome tacular supported. That's so Jason, the Furious. So it's a, I don't know much about it. I've literally just seen pictures. So it is, I think it's like a martial arts movie. So think like John Wick, but like even better with the fight stunts.
Hold on,
I think it just came out. I don't know where it's showing. I have to see Disclosure Day, but I want to see The Furious.
This says that it was a 2025 film.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those where it released to like award shows in 25, but it's just hitting commercial theaters now.
Okay, yeah, it's out now.
Like for instance, Obsession is considered a 2025 film because it was shown at all of the.
Has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Here, I'm looking at showtimes now, and oh yeah, I could see it today.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to see it so we can cover it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see it too, and we can talk about it on Monday.
Yeah.
The Furious. I'm writing it down on my whiteboard so that I will remember to go see it.
It's supposed to be really good.
All right, I will make. Yeah, I'll see that ahead of whatever Steven Spielberg crap.
I don't want to see Disclosure Day at all.
Also on your channel?
Rangap for a 5 says Doctor Who going down is depressing, if for no other reason, because of how much national pride Britain has. Capaldi was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was a British staple, right? Like, it was like people loved Doctor Who in Britain. It was part of like the whole culture of the country.
If I may, and look, I'm not British. I'm also going to say this for America as well. I think it's reflective of the times that we're in, that these national staples have been eradicated. They've been tortured to death. Like Doctor Who has been tortured to death. Like the franchise, right? And I would say the fandom itself. But I could say the same. But it's the same thing for many American staples too, and we see it here in the States. So I think it's just we are in trying and terrible times.
Yeah, I agree.
And eventually these will pass. But if Doctor Who needs to go down in order for us to find the courage to fight back, then so be it. Kill them all. Kill all of them if it's going to encourage people to get up and fight back.
Yep, absolutely. Just checking over on my channel because I haven't seen
Oh, my YouTube studio crashed.
Yeah,
I
just log into mine because I have not seen anyone from my chat comment in a little bit. So I'm trying to. Oh, there we go. Doge Pal for $2 says, "Look at what PBS did to Arthur and Sesame Street." Yeah, I mean, we saw Sesame Street, putting up the Pride post recently.
Sesame Street's another one. If it's got to go, it's got to go.
Honestly, I think it's time for Sesame Street to go with how bad it has been lately. Also on your channel.
Rangap for a 2 says, as a black man, WTF did they do to Rosa? You're not going to like it if you don't already know. They pretty much they pretty much make a claim that if it wasn't for this white lady Doctor Who, Rosa Parks wouldn't have done what Rosa Parks did.
Yeah, so there's a racist alien who hates black people that comes to Earth, goes back in time specifically to stop Rosa Parks from doing what she did because he thinks that it'll put black people back, like, you know, in their place or whatever. And that this is just, I've watched this episode one time, so forgive me if I'm getting some of this wrong, but like I remember the alien was specifically racist and specifically hated black people. And so the doctor has to stop the alien so that Rosa Parks can refuse to give up her seat on the bus. And the doctor has, I believe the doctor also like talks her up to get her to do it. So it was pretty bad. It's
correctionist history.
Yep. They also race swapped historical figures. Sir Isaac Newton was person of color and stuff like that. So it was, you know, it was terrible. It was just all terrible. It was all terrible and dumb and stupid.
No, it's time for it to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for something new to rise from the ashes, and that's okay. That's an exciting thing because that means we're going to get new stuff that's better.
Right. Just opening up one more thing for our next story. Okay. All right, Wizard.
Before we kick over, I see Death Star sent a gold coin for 10 jewels.
Oh,
thank you for that. We caught it.
Fantastic. I did just turned on the jewels or the rubies or whatever it was in my chat. I'm just not sure if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's let's get back to the culture because we've got another big story to talk about. This time we're going over to Disney. Toy Story 5 is coming, and the Hollywood media, surprise, surprise, loves it. It has been called perfect by just about every Hollywood reviewer as we head into what is said to be a massive box office weekend for Disney. Let's talk about it today in the Crossfire. Wizard, the premiere has happened. We saw everything go down on the red carpet. Mark Malkin was in his element.
Oh, yes.
Specifically, he asked everybody about Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
of course.
Oh, where were you when you found out that Taylor Swift was doing a song in your movie? And Tom Hanks mocks him with it. Because Tom Hanks is like, oh, yeah, they called us into a soundproof room and delivered the news. And we were all like, what? How could you hide this from us?
That's funny.
Yeah, like everyone that talks to Mark Malkin very clearly doesn't want to be talking to him. Like,
why would you?
Yeah,
he's asking you gotcha questions that are because depending on how you respond to that, he's going to run with a story.
Yeah,
you know, like, Tom Hanks doesn't like Taylor Swift. Like, that's the kind of story he would fabricate.
So Scott Menzel wrote, Toy Story 5 ranks alongside the first three films, delivering a perfect blend of humor, heart, and that signature Pixar magic. Toy Story 5 is a wonderfully heartfelt return to form for Pixar Animation Studios and a reminder of why the Toy Story franchise remains one of the greatest films ever made, emotional, hilarious, and genuinely moving. Toy Story 5 may very well end up being one of the best films of 2026. Daniel Baptiste of the Movie Podcast called it generation defining and said Pixar once again delivers a meaningful, moving, and masterful must-see movie. Conan as Smarty Pants is an all-time great Toy Story character. This is Jesse's story, and our sheriff shines. That is the biggie here, Wizard, is that this is all confirmed. Jesse is the main character of this movie, despite the fact that the marketing was all Woody and Buzz.
Yeah, that's a bait and switch.
Yeah.
That is a bait and switch. I would have been okay if they just said, this is a Jesse movie. I like Jesse as a character.
Yeah, have it be in the trailers. Yeah, like it's going to be a Jessie movie. Just be prepared. She's going to sound like an 87-year-old woman.
Do you know why they
Joan
didn't
Cusack
do
is
it?
older than dirt.
They didn't do it because they knew it would have a problem selling, and they want to get little boys to go just as much as they want little girls to go see this as well. And if you were to do it another female-focused story in marketing, you might have lost people.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you marketed this as Buzz and Woody are back in action.
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
they're
then
arguing
you're gonna get everybody
again, and you know, they're like, oh, good to see you, cowboy. But of course, Woody's bald and he's fat, and you know, like we have to break him down.
Yeah, we have to deconstruct them a little bit.
So Variety, Variety's senior artisans editor, Jazz Tangkay. I have never heard of a human being that I probably have less in common with than the Variety senior artisans editor Jazz 10K wrote, Toy Story 5 is magical and pure perfection. It is a fantastic entry into the franchise. Jessie finally gets the story she deserves. That's what everybody was crying out for it, right? It's emotional, funny, genuinely warm, and perfect in every way. Use the word perfection and perfect. Collider editor Meredith Loftus also said that Jessie's centerpiece is Toy Story 5 hit me in places I was unprepared for. Exploring the divide between technology and toys through Jessie results in a deeply profound, moving story that had me in a puddle of tears. I put it up there with Toy Story 2 and 3. It's that excellent. The repeated emphasis on Jessie aligns with what Disney and Pixar have previously revealed about the story. But of course, you know, they marketed it as Buzz and Woody. But apparently, Wizard, the bait and switch is not going to matter because Toy Story 5 is set for the biggest box office opening of 2026 so far. Let's see here. As of this writing, Toy Story 5 is eyeing an opening in the $145 to $165 million range when it hits theaters next weekend per Box Office Theory. That would be the biggest opening in the history of the franchise, topping Toy Story 4's $120.9 million, movie that went on to earn $1.07 billion worldwide. It would also mark the biggest opening weekend of 2026 thus far, taking out the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which had a $131 million opening, though it made $148.5 million over the long Easter weekend. Mario movie, by the way, just hit $1 billion. First movie of 2026 to do so. But as far as pure Friday to Sunday debut goes, Pixar's latest is going to set a new bar for the year. Hoppers left the future of Pixar on hopeful ground earlier this year with their $45 million opening. What?
That is an absolute outright lie. Hoppers
the sweeping. And earning a so-so $372 million worldwide. At least they're saying it was so-so. It wasn't so-so. It was an abysmal failure. At the very least, it wasn't an outright huge flop. That's a lie. That is a huge flop, meaning that Pixar originals are safe for now, but the sequels are where the big money has been for a long time, and that's going to hold true this summer, it seems. So they're calling this a guaranteed win, and honestly, I agree with them. This is going to be huge. It's going to be a big movie.
I feel nothing. Marv, I feel nothing for this. I look at this picture and I'm just like, oh, this should have ended a long time ago. We've gone on for far too long now. Hoppers was a disaster. That movie was a terrible movie. It flopped really bad.
Really bad.
I provided some coverage for it over on the Real Life Fake Wizard channel, and wow, that video exploded.
Yeah, your video on Hoppers, I think, was one of the things that pushed you over 100K because
it helped a lot.
Yeah,
helped
like
a lot.
You pointed out that it was like legitimately like communist propaganda.
Oh, it's definitely propaganda. Yeah, it is a central state propagandist message.
Yeah,
and you know, Toy Story 5. Look, they have a Toy Story park in Disney World. Like, you cannot screw this up. But they do need to give kids a reason to go and watch that. Like, they need to give kids a reason to care about Toy Story. And right now, I'm not sure if Gen Alpha does, right? Because what we got, Toy Story 4 in 2019. I think it was 2019. The same year we got John Favreau's The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Those were not good movies. They've got to do something here to win. They've got to do something here to win. So maybe we're being a little judgmental on the fact that it's going to be like a Jessie story. Maybe it can be good, and it has to be if Pixar has any chance of surviving.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, they're going to keep going. We're going to get Toy Story 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you know,
Nothing means anything anymore.
Joan Cusack is already 137 years old, so it sounds like it. So who knows?
She doesn't look the same at all in those press photos. Man. She really has. And hey, look, that's not me hating.
And
we all age.
Mark Malkin,
to all of us.
Yeah, it's time is undefeated.
Yes.
Mark Malkin asked me, he's like, so why are you so particular with the movies that you choose to do? I'm like, because she's ancient.
Well, and she's also like semi-retired, and I respect the heck out of that. Like you made all your money, you know, you retire, you're taking care of your family. Like, that's awesome. More power to you. Live your life. Be happy. Yeah. You know, I have no problems with Joan Cusack. I'm happy.
No.
I hope she's happy. That's all I can say. You know, but coming back to do this, you know, she does sound very old.
That's the thing. Like I think she might not be as old as I'm making her out to be, but she sounds and looks very old.
Yeah,
like,
she definitely
the years caught up to her quickly. And you know what? Good for her for not like, you know, going under the knife and like trying to get the fountain of youth by any means necessary, the way so many in Hollywood do.
I have no hate for Joan Cusack at all.
Utmost respect for that woman. She also said that she was doing like she was also like she just wanted to be a normal person in Chicago.
Yeah, more power to you.
Yeah, I assume that means she gets routinely mugged. But
well, I was gonna say, you know, you want to be a normal person. Why Chicago?
Yeah, I know.
You know,
she eats deep dish pizza and then gets mugged on the way home.
Or you know, but hey, they have 2 a.m. subways, Marv.
They do,
right? They have 2 a.m. subways that people with MAGA hats walk around at.
Do they really?
Wait, no, you. That's the Juicy Smouye. Chicago subway at 2 a.m. Guys walking around with MAGA hats. Really? In Chicago?
Sorry. But yeah, guys,
I got it.
Toy Story 5 coming soon, whether you want it or not. But it seems like it's going to be a big one for Disney. So let's get back to the chat. Oh my goodness!
They said this is MAGA country, boy.
I don't know where my head is today, man.
Things that didn't happen. More at 11.
Oh my goodness. Just checking the chat there. All right, let's see. Did anything else come in while we were doing that? Yes, over on your channel.
It's Lost for a 10 says just saw the new Ocarina trailer, now realizing that the game will cost $80, but they'll likely leave out key storylines only accessible through multiple $30 amiibo purchases. Excelsior. It's Lost. You're on the money there. You are very, very much on the money, and it is extraordinarily possible. Well, no, it's going to be an $80 game. If Fire Emblem Fortune Weave is $80, then Ocarina of Time is $80. Is it? Yes.
Oh, the physical version's $80.
Yeah, but that means it's an $80 game. So that means the digital is $70. So if you want the physical edition, which I would have, and the collector's edition is $40 on top of that for an art book, a steel book, some art cards, and a folded up poster.
Well, so Nintendo was like, I remember Nintendo being like, we're gonna make the digital games cost less than the physical games, which I've been screaming for forever. I'm like, look, if you want to sell digital games and you're not paying for packaging and shipping and all that stuff, it should be cheaper than the physical games. And so they were like, yeah, we're going to do that. I'm like, all right, right on. I foolishly believed that meant they were going to lower the price of the digital game to maybe $50 or $60. No. They're going to keep that at $70 and raise the price of the physical games. That is Nintendo in a nutshell.
Yes, all of the physical edition games have gone up for Nintendo. That's all it is. The digitals will remain the same.
Mm-hmm.
We only ever go up.
Well, you know what? That could be a great segue for us to get back to the culture. Nintendo is back with Ocarina of Time Legend of Zelda remake confirmed for 2026 on the Nintendo Switch 2. What's going to be included? How will this work? Let's talk about it today in the Crossfire Wizard. We all knew it was coming. We all knew it was happening.
Yep.
This was always going to be a thing. And here it is, confirmed. I am a little upset that we didn't get an actual trailer for this game that is at the very least 6 months away, if not sooner. I think it's probably 5 months away. But I'm assuming we will get a Nintendo Direct specifically about this game, the way they do like to do for bigger games. But, I mean, I sat through so much schlock through this Nintendo Direct, and then they dedicated like 10 seconds to Zelda.
Oh, this Nintendo Direct was dreadful. It was truly terrible.
Yeah,
What,
no,
what
it
a
was
waste
awful.
of time. The Switch 2 has become a third-party junk box with all games that you've played before on better systems in the past. Yeah, man, not happy with this Nintendo Direct. But then, of course, it ended with the Ocarina of Time remake announcement, which we knew was coming for, I want to say, months now. We knew that this was on the way. Marv, they needed to show gameplay.
They did. They needed to show what this was going to be like, and they didn't do any of that. They showed nothing.
Especially since this is meant to be coming out this year,
Mm-hmm.
which means it's going to drop in November, which means it's going to be the big competitor with Grand Theft Auto 6.
Right.
Now, granted,
if Grand Theft Auto 6 doesn't get delayed again.
Fair enough. Which would be very funny if it did, because if Grand Theft Auto 6 did get delayed, then that means they were running away from Godzilla, which is the only other competitor in the month, is the Godzilla remake, remaster, which would be hysterical that it's running from Godzilla. Like, the memes on that is great. But this Ocarina of Time, okay, arguably, plenty of people have it is at the number one of many top 100 lists, top 10 lists, top 20 lists. This is been debated for many years as being the greatest video game I've ever made. Okay, many people see it that way. I don't really have a dog in the fight. I haven't been a big Zelda fan myself. I'm not really a big Zelda guy. This needed gameplay.
I am a big
needed
Zelda
assurance.
I am a big Zelda guy. Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, I wanted gameplay. I wanted to actually see with my own eyes what they're doing with this. And this literally, the screenshot that we have is all we got.
Yeah, that's it. We just got young Link. Doesn't have the Triforce yet. Or he's getting it now.
Some people were questioning whether Ocarina of Time is an open world game. I actually argue it is the first open world game.
Oh, I believe so. I think it is. Yeah. That's how I've always viewed it.
Because they were like, oh, I hope it's not going to be open world the way like Breath of the Wild is. And I get that, because like Breath of the Wild is open world in a way where it's like you can just kind of play it however you want to play it. Wherein like you can, run around, and you could run to Ganon the second you get off the plateau.
Right.
And I don't think that you're ever going to have that with Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time, like to get to the Zora's domain, you had to have the bombs that you got on Death Mountain in order to blow up the rocks to get there. Like things like that. Like you always had to like go to the place beforehand. You had to follow the linear movement, but it was open world in that like you traveled to each place.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, look, Nintendo, you're charging more money. You're not, you had this big direct. Oh, like, okay. We've had now the PlayStation State of Play, Xbox Showcase, and the Nintendo Direct, all within give or take the same week, of which the point of those showcases is meant to give you a reason to buy that console. You're supposed to be in like, hey, I've just watched the Nintendo Direct, and now I'm excited to be a Nintendo customer. I'm excited to be a PlayStation customer. I'm excited to go buy an Xbox. And none of those showcases did a good job, even at all, even a little bit, giving you any kind of incentive to go and buy these consoles, which cost more money objectively now than they did even a year ago. Right? In September of this year, the Switch 2 price is going up. You know what else comes out in September? Fire Emblem. You know what comes out 2 months later? Ocarina of Time. And it's like, okay, that's it. So you're basically putting us in positions where it's like, well, if you don't get, but they're owning it. If you don't buy it, the price is going to go up, and then you're going to get locked out anyway. There's going to be a game eventually that comes out in 2-3 years that you're going to want this console for, so you better buy it. This sucked, and I'm not advocating for exclusives. But you gave us no reason to care about your consoles.
You hit the nail on the head there. You're absolutely right. The Direct was terrible. The only thing that really shocked me was Kingdom Hearts 4.
I was blown away. I was like, I can't believe you really. But worse than that, Marv, it was a breadcrumb.
Oh, of course, because Kingdom Hearts 4 is 8 years away. Like, I love it. It was like, we'll release on Nintendo Switch 2 in a decade. I know you found that thing that said the possible 2027. I don't buy that for a second. I think with the fact that there were no worlds shown, that there was nothing really to it but that same area we've already seen several times already. I don't think we're getting Kingdom Hearts 3 until 2028 at the earliest at this point.
Maybe it's the fool in me that thinks it's very possible because Square Enix needs the wins.
So here's my question about Ocarina of Time, though. Do you think it's going to be fully voice acted?
It better be.
I think so too. I think it'll be everybody but Link will have a voice actor.
It better be.
And by the way, just take the Link sounds from the original and just put them in here.
I would agree with that too.
All that stuff.
There's another perspective here that we need to keep in mind, Marv. This game is meant to be the precursor to the movie.
Yeah.
The movie is the next Zelda thing that comes out after this.
Yep.
So it's November
the
for
40-year anniversary.
And, right. So it's November and then April.
Yeah.
It's a big Zelda time. Big time Zelda time.
Yeah. Do you so I hope they cut the owl out. That owl is so freaking annoying.
Oh, don't that's why they didn't show gameplay, so that we're gonna sit here and speculate what's left in, what's it gonna look like, what's it gonna be. You know, this is an announcement that we already had. This should have been an email, Marv.
Like, do you think it's gonna be like a shot for shot remake though? Like, do you think all like the puzzles are gonna have all of the same solutions and stuff like that?
No. I think this is gonna be I do think it's gonna be Breath of the Wild big. Breath of the Wild's big. I think it's gonna be massive. There's going to be a lot more in it. There's going to be a lot more to it. I think it's going to...
You'd have to add a lot more like towns and stuff in there too, because like
I think they will.
Really had...
Or they're going to make the towns in it bigger.
5 areas in the original? Well, yeah, I mean, Hyrule Castle Town was incredibly small. It was just like that one little area, the Temple of Time, and then the castle. So, yeah, you'd have to make it a lot larger.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to have some kind of like floaty thing, like the way they had the paraglider to make travel easier?
Possibly, maybe not.
There's going to be will there be various Lon ranches all over the place, the way there were the ranches in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom?
See, Breath of the Wild 2 Tears of the Kingdom established that they need to try and mimic a lot of the features in the previous games.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that Tears of the Kingdom is considered a sequel, even though it is a different game, but it is a sequel, but it's
a
not.
Direct sequel.
Well, I think from what I've heard,
what's the argument for Tears of the Kingdom not being a direct sequel?
That it's like kind of a restart.
I mean, that's what sequels do. Like Mass Effect 2 was a restart.
Well, yeah, but there's other angles of it that I'm not fully educated to be able to discuss that I've heard from other Zelda fans.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's direct sequel. It's the same map. It's the same story. It's
personally, that's how I feel too. I think I've always visualized it as a direct sequel. But those Zelda fans out there,
they never
just want to acknowledge them.
I never found it in Tears of the Kingdom, but they never tell you like the connection between Ganondorf and Calamity Ganon.
Right.
Like they never even really mentioned the Calamity. And I'm like, well, no, this should have been an explanation as to how the Demon King and the Calamity like are the same entity essentially, which is why Calamity Ganon always comes back, because the Demon King's body is still alive underneath the castle. Like that should have been the whole. I don't know.
Spoilers.
I guess for a game that's been out for years already.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. I will definitely get it day one. I will stream it day one. I'm excited for Star Fox also. I streamed the demo the other day. And so on that gameplace, I streamed both the demo for Star Fox. Then I continued my stream of the original Ocarina of Time.
Right. So. Yeah, I'm. There's 3 games that I want to play: Star Fox, Fire Emblem, and Ocarina of Time. But I'm like, is that worth it for a console?
2 out of those 3 are remakes. That's the thing. Like right now with Nintendo, it feels like everything is either a 90s remake or it's third party. I could not believe how much third-party slop they were showing at that direct.
Like, oh, what, Marv? You don't want to play Stellar Blade on the weaker console?
Like, the point of a Nintendo console is first-party games. It's to play Mario, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, Metroid, Kirby, Smash Brothers, all of these things. And they launched this system and they were like, Final Fantasy. And we're like, what? Stellar Blade, Hogwarts Legacy. I'm just like, no, you're Nintendo. Stop trying to, like, Nintendo's strength was always that it never even tried to compete with Sony and Xbox. Never even tried.
Well, the reason they have to try to compete now is because they're at the price point. They're at a matching price point.
Right.
So everything, because gaming is a luxury, it always has been, but now even more so, it's expensive. So when you choose which console you're going to get into, you want to be able to play everything on that console. And if I buy a Switch 2 and the only game I'm missing is God of War Laufey, I'm cool with that. And so that's the approach Nintendo is taking. But unfortunately, doing a full direct for the slop box, because that's all it is. It was a slop box direct.
It was
games that have been out and played better in other places.
Mm-hmm.
What a waste!
I couldn't believe how many of those games were just games that you could already get elsewhere. Like that was how they were. We all thought that like with them doing a direct right after Summer Game Fest, they were going to kick open the door and be like, here's Mario and here's Zelda and here's Smash and here's the Switch 2 Lite. Like we all thought that was going to be the thing, and they did none of it, man. They opened.
We didn't even get anime games.
They opened with a rhythm game. Like you figure, like you open the Nintendo Direct, you're trying to put your best foot forward. You're trying to get everybody excited right off the bat. Like they opened up the PlayStation one, or they opened up Summer Game Fest with Resident Evil Veronica.
Xbox opened with Gears. That was a big one.
Yeah,
that was
you
a big
open
one
with something big and you close with something big, and then you put your schlock in the middle. They opened with schlock, and it never got better.
It never got better. Set the tone. That set the tone. Now I know there's a lot of people that like those rhythm games, that rhythm groove, rhythm heaven, whatever it is.
Imagine if it opened. With
mostly they're
4.
Japanese.
Yeah, agreed. Imagine if it opened with Kingdom Hearts 4.
No, it should have opened with Ocarina of Time and then ended with Kingdom Hearts 4, or vice versa.
I mean, with Ocarina of Time being nothing, with them showing nothing.
Yeah,
I don't think you
that wasn't good.
That.
Yeah, showing nothing, but that's not a show of confidence, Nintendo. You know, you spent more time on games that have already been announced in other places, like the Star Fox. Like we got a full direct on Star Fox, and I like that idea. I like the idea of you doing, hey, here's a 15-minute direct just on this game. And we talked about it afterwards. It's like that was really good. Yeah, it was really good. I'm excited to play this again. It's like boom, you gave us time for that game.
I played the demo and really liked it. It felt good to be in control of an R-Wing again. It plays exactly like Star Fox 64, so it was like it was like coming home again in a sense.
Yeah, but maybe they should not have done this Nintendo. Like I remember, and I was texting with Krista over at Geeks and Gamers about it. We were talking about it. You and I have talked about it. My brother and I, we've talked about it on stream. But like, this needed to be the thing that gave people a reason to go buy a console.
Yeah.
And unless you're a Fire Emblem diehard fan like I am, it doesn't give you one.
So I was on stream during it with Beardo, Krista, and Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers, and we were all like pumped in the beginning. We were like, yeah, let's go. And then that first rhythm game hit, and we were like, I can't believe they're doing this. And then it just, like, even Krista by the end of it was like, yeah, that was really bad. So
it's not good. If even, which, you know what, that says something, because the other 3 panelists that you were on with are like the ultimate Nintendo diehards. You know, more power to them. You know, hey,
we were all very negative on it. It was not good.
Yeah,
you couldn't possibly say that direct was good. I watched it with my wife when she got home because I figured there were a few games in there that she would like, and she even said it was terrible.
Who wants to play Devil May Cry 5 again on the Switch 2?
Who wants for years?
Stellar Blade? Oh, it's going to be Switch 2. Oh, okay. Dragon's Dogma.
Now we get to hear Kotaku complain about Stellar Blade again.
You know, if it's spending time, but the amount of time wasted on stuff. Hey, we're doing a Nintendo Resort. Okay. And there's thumb wrestling.
Okay. If you hold your thumb down long enough, it becomes Megan Fox's thumb.
I don't know, man. I'm disappointed with Nintendo. I think Xbox. I think we could confidently say, or at least I will confidently say, that Xbox won the news roundup of the announcements week.
Mm-hmm.
They had the best showcase,
which is shocking.
Oh, it is shocking. Oh God, I can't believe it.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Ocarina of Time is coming out sometime within the next 6 months. We don't know anything about it, and Lord only knows when we're gonna.
We still have enough time, Marv, because I know it's getting a little late. I don't know if you have another. Do you have another segment queued up?
I had Moana queued up, but why? What did you want to do?
What do you want to do instead? Do you want to do Moana or do you want to do Kingdom Hearts?
I think we can get more out of Moana. I don't know.
Then let's do that.
Because I mean, like Kingdom Hearts, like there's not really much to talk about.
And there it is.
Yeah. Like what I saw looked good, but like it was just the same area we've already seen. I'm happy that it's actually going to be out on Switch. Because I think Kingdom Hearts is a game that should appeal to, Switch players. I'm not happy about the fact that I'm gonna have to rebuy all of the Kingdom Hearts games on the Switch. But
well, you could just it's Marv for the one price of $75, you can get the collection of 1 through 3.
Is that just 1 through 3, or is that 1 through 3 plus all of the side games?
It's everything.
It's everything? Okay, cool. So
it's everything and the DLC from 3.
So I've loved Kingdom Hearts since it first came out. Obviously, I've got Keyblades on my wall. You all know I love Kingdom Hearts. I actually do like the idea that I could play Kingdom Hearts on handheld. Like I could play Kingdom Hearts on a plane. Like I like that idea.
Yes, the PlayStation 2 sweaty game that is really hard in some places where you have to be really strategic and be able to see what you're doing. Yes, I want to play that on the smallest controller possible.
But you know what? Like I've played that game so many times that like I could play it blindfolded at this point. Like
I don't have it in me to do Kingdom Hearts 1 again.
It's rough.
I've platinumed it 4 times.
So Kingdom Hearts 1 is really rough because you like the camera work is terrible, obviously, and the combat is sluggish, and it really picks up in Kingdom Hearts 2, but like when I'm playing it, I'll be like, Wonderland, I hate this world. Ugh, Deep Jungle, I hate this world. Ugh, Agrabah, I hate this world. And then I realized last time I played, I'm like, is there a world in this game that I like?
Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion is fine. I actually like the Little Mermaid one, but the music drives me insane.
Oh, dude, Atlantic is terrible.
But I like the Ursula boss fights. I think they're pretty good. Like, I don't know.
I love Traverse Town and I love Hollow Bastion from the first.
Hollow Bastion is good, yeah.
Hollow
but then
Bastion
in Kingdom Hearts 3, they decided no Final Fantasy characters, and I was like, who the hell made that out? They put them in the DLC. They put like Leon and Sid and Yuffie and Aerith
and Radiant DLC. Garden is in a cutscene in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not playable. You can't go there. It's just a cutscene.
That was dumb. Though, did you see that James Woods sounded off about Kingdom Hearts 4? That he's like, I've asked him to sign information into this, and it's the best one. And I'm like, I guess we're going back to the Coliseum.
Oh well, we are. It's in the trailer. The Donald and Goofy are in the underworld looking for Sora.
Oh, okay.
So in the first the original Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, when Donald and Goofy are there, the person that speaks to them is Hades. But it's in Japanese, so we couldn't tell. Normally we wait for James Woods' voice.
Right.
So that blue fire, that's Hades waking up.
Okay.
And also, if you want to let me see, do I still have it up here? No, I clicked away from it. But the one of the Japanese Sony PlayStation accounts just posted like, hey, here is the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. Donald and Goofy are in the underworld. So we have full-on confirmation now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if James Woods is involved, that means they're doing the voiceover, the English voiceover, which is one of the last things they usually do. We might see it by holiday 2027.
Maybe.
Square Enix said they're not putting out any more trailers for games until they're ready to release them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So Kingdom Hearts 4 might be on the horizon.
Okay. There you go. All right, we got a couple more supers from over on your channel.
It's Lost for 5. What's the solution to all of this slop box shite? Don't give them our money? I said last night, it's like, hey, you know who won in all of these announcements? Steam. Because if you already have a gaming PC, you could play all of this. There's no... yeah, I'm going to get a PlayStation 5. Why? So I could play God of War Laufey? Get the heck out of here. Xbox? PC. You could play Xbox games on PC.
Yep.
Nintendo, the only thing that, like, for me, it's... If you're not a Fire Emblem guy, or if you're not an Ocarina of Time guy, PC wins this one. All of those games are PC playable, except for those three, except for Star Fox, Fire Emblem, and Ocarina of Time. Otherwise, you get everything else on PC. It's not like stop playing. It's just choose where your money goes. Do what's most cost effective, I think.
Probably. Also on your channel?
Icelandic Fart Police for a 2 says, reminder that Fake Wizard still needs to play Blazing Blade. I do, but I'm like I said, we've talked about this. It's gonna happen. I have a review for Fire Emblem 3 Houses in the pipeline right now, and I'm just gonna start. We're doing video reviews for all of them leading into Fortune's Weave.
Gotcha. All right, we got one more story to get to this week. And hold on, let me just cue it up here. Share this tab. Okay, great. All right. Well, without any further ado, Wizard, let's get back to the culture. The Walt Disney Company is putting out Moana in live action. They just put out a new trailer, and reactions are not great. Let's talk about it today in the Crossfire. Wizard, this is not great.
No.
we are seeing not a lot of support for Moana live action. The movie looks terrible. And it looks terrible. Like, it's bad CGI, bad green screen work, pretty much like, and bad The Rock.
He looks out of place, man.
First of all, he looks ancient.
Yeah.
He's very clearly wearing a rubber Batman suit. So he's wearing a Batman suit with nipples, the way Val Kilmer and George Clooney did. And the real story, look at this right here. 8K likes to 3.8K dislikes. The dislikes are growing. But the likes are growing more than other trailers have for this. So
how many
if we
views
look,
does this have?
This has currently only 209,000 views.
Yeah. Where no one cares about this movie, Marv. Moana is gone.
I mean, look at the last trailer has 9 million views 2 months ago. And you have and this is ratioed to hell. 60K likes to 186K dislikes. Look over here, the teaser trailer that has 9.7 million views from 6 months ago. That is 55K likes and 170K dislikes.
Disney's never going to learn.
Nope.
I don't know how you can keep losing money like this and still keep making this crap.
I think they truly believe that Moana is a cash cow for them. And maybe it is. Moana 2 did make a lot of money, but Moana 2 was also crap. And
Moana 2 is terrible.
Yeah, I think a lot of people got put off by how bad Moana 2 was.
Yeah. Just this shot here, he looks really old. It's just Dwayne Johnson. It would have been better to recast and give it to somebody else that's bigger and fits the part.
Yep. Agreed.
Like, you see Maui when you look at this guy.
No, you just see The Rock. It just looks The Rock in cosplay.
Right.
And then, you look at things like some of the visuals. I'm going to play some of the visuals with the sound off so we don't get copyright hit. But look at this. He just looks terrible.
Yeah.
And this line right here, he says, "I do have great hair." And I'm like, is that self-awareness? Because that wig is terrible.
I think that's part of the joke.
And everyone knows that wig is terrible. But like, look at how bad the CGI looks. Look at that. Look how terrible that looks.
Yeah, this is. You wouldn't know that this movie is.
Look at that right there.
Oh, that looks bad.
Him breaking those rocks looks so bad.
Oh no.
Oh, it looks terrible. It really does. And we're seeing the dislikes climb. I think within a week this will probably be ratioed, like the other two are. But so even like Gen Z and Gen Alpha, so they just did all of those surveys where they asked the younger teens, like, hey, what do you think about, movies? Like, what are your opinions? And all of them said no one cares about this Moana live action remake. Even like they don't even have nostalgia for it. Like, Moana 1 came out in 2016. 10 years ago.
So it took 10 years. The pipeline now is 10 years from original conception to live action, to the live action soulless slop remake. Because Moana 1, yeah, I have some problems with it, like the original Moana. The power was inside you all along. She's got that. That's in it. That's very much in this. I hate that trope.
But that was also 10 years ago before that became everything.
Before it became too much, before it became a serious problem in storytelling. Yeah. In fact, it's one of the movies that set the tone for that being a serious problem in storytelling. So this is the final trailer. No one cares. I think everybody has opted out of this movie. I think it's going to be a complete bomb, which, Marv, what does that mean for Dwayne Johnson's career? Because this is meant to be the easy one. This is meant to be the layup for him.
I'm telling you, that's
going to make $1 billion.
This is why they're doing it. When they're doing it, because they wanted to do this movie while they could still make him Maui.
So that's for him.
Yeah, it's for him. I guarantee you he pushed for it. I guarantee you he's an executive producer on it. I think that's I think all of that is accurate.
So this is a career rehab moment for Dwayne Johnson.
Well, I mean, he definitely needs it. Look at Black Adam was an atrocious bomb. Red 1 was an atrocious bomb. The Smashing Machine was an atrocious bomb that was meant to get him the Oscar nomination that he didn't get.
Yeah.
And then now you're gonna have this. I don't know if this will bomb. Honestly, like sometimes with these Disney live action remakes, man, they surprise you. But let's take it but it is set to open, I think, slightly higher than Mandalorian and Grogu. But I'm going to make the case that this has a much higher budget than the Mandalorian and Grogu, because if you look at, we did an article on That Park Place examining what other Disney live action remakes cost. Aladdin was about $189 million. I think Little Mermaid was like $235. They're all like within like plus or minus 20 to 30,000, 20 to 30 million, around 200 million. So it is roughly, let's say, split the difference. It's a $200 million movie opening at $90 million domestic. They're going to have to make 700-800 million probably on this thing to break even. I mean,
I don't think so, man.
That's just a guess. Like, I haven't done the math, but
I think this is
a whole lot of money.
This is going to be a Little Mermaid situation. I don't think it's going to be Snow White bad. I think it's going to be Little Mermaid bad. Little Mermaid was a bomb.
And honestly, I hope it bombs, because Lilo and Stitch gave them way too much confidence.
Yep.
Because after Little Mermaid and Snow White, they were ready to say no more live action remakes. They had canceled Tangled, and then Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion, and then they're like, oh, Tangled's back on.
Yep. Yeah,
Tangled's back on, but we're not race swapping anyone.
Lilo and Stitch was terrible. I did not like it at all. It didn't need to be as bad as it was. Lilo and Stitch was bad. Made a lot of mistakes. And here we are, Moana. But do we have the tracking, Marv? Because the tracking,
the box office tracking.
For the box office tracking that is coming out for this does not look good.
Yeah. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Because I know I have it on That Park Place. Yep, here it is. All right, so right here from thatparkplace.com, Moana live action box office tracking mirrors Disney's struggling Mandalorian and Grogu. Is tracking for an opening weekend between 80 and 105 million, according to Box Office Theory. So on the low end, it's actually right at Mandalorian and Grogu, or actually a little bit lower than Mandalorian and Grogu. The high end, it's a little higher than Mandalorian and Grogu's 4-day weekend.
Yep.
So 80 to 105 with a pinpoint forecast of 92. I'm still saying that this movie doesn't make 100 million in its. I think it needs to make to be on the right track. Probably needs 120 million in its opening weekend.
The real question is I mean, tracking Mandalorian and Grogu is bad now,
right?
Because like that movie.
Well, that's what Supergirl is going to low. Supergirl has a budget of I think like 170, where Mandalorian and Grogu was supposedly 166. And
both of those are wrong. It's much higher for both.
Yep, I agree. And you're dealing with a situation where Supergirl is tracking below Mandalorian and Grogu. We're seeing what Masters of the Universe right now, probably around $200 million budget, and it made pennies. It made $54 million in its opening weekend. But now take a look.
Right.
Live action remakes. Aladdin reportedly was 183, Mulan 200, Little Mermaid 250, and Lion King 260. And we all know Snow White, because of all the remakes, shot above 300. So Moana, which features extensive visual effects work throughout every frame, it's difficult to imagine that this is being made for less than $200 million.
That's right.
I think you're probably realistically with all the VFX, you're looking at something comparable to Little Mermaid, which was around 250.
Yeah, we're cutting it close, man. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It does not look good as of right now. I think it's going to perform Mandalorian numbers because the audience just doesn't care about this anymore. Moana 2 was just a couple months ago now. Well, was that 24 or 25?
I think it was 24.
Time is a silly thing. But still, Moana 2 is for the people that saw it, it's still in their minds, and it's still underperforming in their minds. Like, it's still not a great movie. I mean, look, coming back for a Moana remake, it's like, who cares?
You make these live action remakes to bank on nostalgia. Moana has only been out for a decade. There's no nostalgia for it yet.
Yeah. It's too soon. It's too soon.
There you go.
And that's
we'll see, guys. Because at the end of the day, subjective opinions may be what they are. But the one thing that Disney can't fake and the one thing that you can't argue with are numbers. All right. Let's do we have any more? Yeah. We have 2 more from your channel.
Max London for a 2 says that wig is killing me. He looks like my granny. Yeah,
he does.
That wig is rough.
He looks like he should be yelling at somebody in a convenience store for calling him sir. It's ma'am.
It is ma'am. One of the best clips ever. Woodsy for a 2 says there's no nips on the suit. Now you can't unsee it.
There are no nips on the suit?
I haven't gone out of my way to look, Mark.
I haven't really zoomed in.
We're gonna have to wait for another trailer and take a look.
See. Now, in the chat they're saying Bob Iger fail, but the rest of the chat say Bob Iger's not CEO anymore. No, but Bob Iger put this in mode. This is a Bob Iger fail.
Yeah, this is a Bob Iger movie. I mean, I think
Josh D'Amaro has been
movies.
Yeah, Josh D'Amaro has been the CEO for what, 2 months?
Yeah, just maybe 2 or 3 months.
This movie was in the can. Yeah, this movie was in the can long before.
Yeah, there's going to be in the chat, Woofle McGruffle says pro zoomed in. He said there's none.
Of course
he did. Was he drinking a Starbucks when he did it?
I'm sure he was.
Also over on my channel, A Lord Corey sent a flower for 30 joules and a star for 2 joules. Thank you for that.
Nice. Okay, Wizard, that's about all we've got for this week. Anything else you wanted to talk about or put over?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I'll be on Open Bar this afternoon, and then we're on FNT tomorrow. Fake cast Saturday morning.
Yep, tonight 8 p.m. on the M4 Empire channel. We've got the M4 cast with the whole crew assembled, and so we will be talking about a whole bunch of stuff tonight. So make sure you tune in at 8 p.m. And other than that, please check out the video that I just put out recently on the fact that Hollywood has forgotten how to talk to men. It has actually started to pick up some momentum, so please, guys, if you could, give it a watch, give it a like, maybe give it a hype if you feel so inclined. And yeah, very much appreciate that. So thank you guys very much for joining us here for another epic week of Culture Crossfire. And I realize I don't have the outro video set up, so let me just vamp while I do that real quick. And there we go. It's set up now. Okay. Wizard, you want to take us out?
You got it. Yes, my friends, until next time, create, innovate, inspire. Cancel your Disney Plus subscription and join us back on Monday for more Culture Crossfire. Monday night, 7 p.m.
See you then.